If you're thinking about installing a rooftop tent on your pickup, this video is packed with practical tips. Today, we're installing a LonaCamp rooftop tent on a D22 Nissan pickup, known in some markets as the Frontier or Navara, and we're mounting it on a custom-built cyber rack that had no adjustment options and no pre-drilled holes. The owner wanted the tent mounted directly on the truck bed, so he had a custom rack made in advance. The rack had two main vertical posts at the front and back, connected by three longitudinal bins. To mount the front and rear support rails, we drilled two holes at both ends of the rack. For the center rail, we drilled 3 holes across all 3 middle bins. The distance from the rear rail to the back of the tent where the locks are should be around 30 to 40 centimeters. The distance between the middle and front rails should be around 40 to 55 centimeters to properly distribute the tent's weight. Another key point is that the cyber rack needs to sit 3 to 4 centimeters higher than the truck's roof. Why? Because on pickups, the truck bed or cargo box moves slightly compared to the cabin. If the rack is level with or lower than the roof, the tent could hit the roof and get damaged. We aligned the rear rail with the rear post of the rack. Since the rail is 8 cm wide, we marked the center at 4 cm from the back of the rack so it sits flush. We used the same method for the front rail. The middle and rear rails should be placed closer together for better load support. We passed the bolts with washers from underneath, slid the nuts into the rail tracks, leveled everything, and tightened them with an impact wrench. We then applied the LonaCamp logo on the tent and installed the front heater shield as the final touch. We use the crane to lift the tent, but if you don't have one, 2 people can lift it manually just fine. One of the key features of our tents is the built-in tracking system around the tent body. We slid the nuts through those tracks, placed the brackets over them, and secured everything with 2 bolts into the brackets and 3 into the tent for a solid and safe fit. The owner also ordered the 2-meter awning. We slid 2 nuts into the lower rail track, mounted the L-shaped brackets, and tightened them with a 13mm wrench. We had already placed 4 long bolts into the rear track of the awning, so it easily attached to the tent. Now let's open it up and take a look at the final setup. This is a hard shell side opening rooftop tent, and its biggest advantage is speed. As you can see, your camp is ready in just 3 seconds. Here's the hardshell awning we installed. Thanks to its aluminum frame, it not only looks super sleek but is also much more durable than traditional fabric awnings. No risk of tearing. And that extra piece you can see on the side, we call it the sidewall, and it's not just for looks, it actually has some really useful functions. When the sun hits from a low angle, like in the morning or evening, the wall gives you double the shade. It blocks side winds and keeps the space under the awning calm and usable. When it rains from the side, the wall keeps your gear or your cooking area dry.